Well, hello friends, welcome back to the last video in the 2023 October Prompt Challenge. So I went ahead and decorated the cover. I know I said I was going to probably do that on video, but actually after I filmed the last video, I just sat and looked at the cover and thought, the papers are really pretty, it just needed a little something. So I had printed these off a while ago, and they're just kind of like, I don't know, enchanted forest trees, and they were actually perfect colors for the cover. And then I just stamped 2023 and I just put some lace on the back, so kept it pretty simple. And look how chunky it is. I love it. So I thought I'd do a flip through. It'd be interesting to see the first to the last prompt and just go through it. Maybe, you know, if you want, I'd appreciate it. Comment down below your favorite ones, and I will definitely share you my favorite ones as well. So this is not part of the challenge, but here we go. Let me make sure we're all in shot here. There we go. So this is the first one, the newspaper, and I do love the focal point. I did put it in the middle, and I loved, you know, how I got started on this and the colors. So even if we just cut it off, maybe. But anyway, it was a nice beginning. And I will show you, this is my mess up page, but no big deal. I decided to start over, and I really love this image with the dried up sunflower. And this was day 2 scrape, and oh, I had fun with that. It's probably one of my first favorites in the beginning, and the quote was, "And at the end of the day, your feet should be dirty and your hair messy and your eyes sparkling." And this is a quote from Shanti, and I love that quote. So yeah, this was fun. I love the image. That was another mess up page that I didn't really share. And this one, you'd be surprised how many comments I got on this one that they really liked it. And I liked where I was going with it. I think I learned a lot from this prompt on layers. I was still learning about layers and other things that I could use that I had around in my studio. But I love the glitter, I love the colors, and I love the palette marks on here. Not one of my favorites, but nonetheless something that I learned from. This one, very, very cool. Probably one of my favorites because it's black and white. You can't go wrong. And of course, these travel images are just wonderful images, and I do love the stencil work in the back. So this is one of my favorites. So this was prompt 4. And this one was a good one too. I got a lot of compliments on this one too. The pastel turned out really fun, and I loved the little circles and the pinks, and it was inspired by my granddaughter Sophia. And she's the one that suggested to put little scriptures in the circles. So this was really, really fun. Now, day 6. This is my all-time favorite, probably because I made my own fall leaves and sewed them and add some string, very organic. The background's really simple. This one I will come back to again and again. And I am thinking about doing some digital downloads, so let me know in the comments below if that might be something you'd be interested or even purchase, because I've never done them before, but this I think would be a really neat one. And of course the quote here says, "Embracing the simple beauty of the world around you can be as basic as touching a hand to a leaf or feeling pebbles beneath your feet." So this is just I would say definitely success. Love this page. This one was fun. I kind of like it, I kind of don't. But this one was lines. But I love the idea, and I love the stitching, and I love the colors. Whether it worked, I don't know, but it's definitely interesting. So yeah, not too bad. This one, not a firm favorite, although I had fun doing it, and I love the cabin in it. This is day 8, overlap. And autumn shows us how beautiful it is to let things go. So this is one that I let go, but you know, I got a lot of comments on this one saying they really liked it, so I'm glad. And then this was not a good mark making day because it was green. I loved where I was going with it. I definitely, if I were to do this again, which I may, I love the color. I love this part, the background, not so much, but hey, that's what our journals are for, is learning and playing. So yeah, green. Ah, this one, yes, this one was very inspirational, the abstract with Jesus's name in Hebrew, and I just love this one. And this is probably another project I will probably transfer onto Canvas. So this is very inspirational for me, so I love this one a lot. Another one of my favorites. Day 12 Bright. I had such a spectacular idea in my head, but it didn't come down on the paper exactly as I imagined it. It was fun. I love circles. And you know, I don't know, it was just fun. That's all I can say. And I love the bright colors, so yeah. This one, not the best marks. I feel like if I were to do this page over, I could definitely do it better, but I still learned a lot, and we're still learning about layering and painting and stuff. So I would say not my best work. Again, I love the colors. Like, you know, if you took out the butterflies and everything, this was scrunch. So this is when I first discovered tissue paper. I mean, I knew what tissue paper was. I knew junk journals would use it and stamp their stamps on it, but I don't know, this was kind of the beginning of a love for tissue paper, and I love these colors, and I'll probably use these colors again. But yeah, there's certain parts of this that I really like. And then the quote was family. So remember this page, guys? Time. I love this. It's just, I would have added more layers, but I just love the representation of time being the layers of paper. So this was one of my other favorites. This just turned out great. And then the quote was, in their hearts humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps. And that's Proverbs 16 verse 9. So love this page, guys. This one was pretty cool. I think the colors got a little muddy. Too much, but I love this little element. Yeah, I love the color. I love the bird. I love the quote, but maybe a little too much. Much. But it says use one color. And the quote is, one reason why birds and horses are not unhappy is because they are not trying to impress other birds and horses. Simple rule to live by when you do art. Just do what you love, continue to play, discover. You know, you're going to have failures in your art, but just keep going. And yeah, this one was kind of fun. What I love about this page is I love the dictionary pages in the background, and they're yellowed. Again, I was learning about tissue paper, but I kind of like it and I kind of don't. If you take this part out, maybe bloom where you're planted and do something else in the middle. But yeah, this background part I love. I have to do that again. But this one was bloom. Disaster shape. But, you know, if I were to do it over again, I would totally do it different. But that is, again, how we learn. This one, red. I was trying really hard not to make this look like a forensic scene. There's lots of things that I like about it. There are some things I would change, but I love the quote. And I don't know who it's by, so I don't claim this as my own quote. But it says, effort is not measured by what you get for it, but by what you become because of it. So I love the idea, the mark making, this is kind of where I started or discovered more control over my paint strokes and colors. So I think I was learning here not to overdo it and be real kind of light-handed and just, I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's a little much, but I kind of like it. I don't hate it. This part here, like if you see the tag after I did this, makes more sense. But anyway, it's something, I don't know. This one was kind of cool, tea bag. And I love the colors and the mark making, the tea bag. Definitely interesting. Got quite a few compliments on this on my social media. This one, stencil. Yeah, again, another learning. I love the photos. I kind of like where I was going with it, but again, I don't really know what to say. It's interesting. It's not, I don't know. It was fun to play with anyway. The quote is amazing too. It's a quote by her good self. I never have been one for friends. I don't care what other people do. I'm a great believer in working from the gut. Choose what speaks to you and go with it. Oh, I've never been one for trends. Sorry, I was like, that doesn't sound right. So, this one, love. I just love how this all came together with the paper, the music paper, the browns, the stripes going this way. Amazing Grace, again, is one of my favorite songs. And then I did a quote from the book of Revelation about music. So yeah, this one was really, really lovely. I love this one. Inks. Now, this would have been a good one for the Bloom prompt. Again, my love for tissue paper really started here, and the inks, I don't know. It's fun. It's just, this whole notebook journal has just been so fun to explore. And this one was my doodle. Not a big fan of it, but I did have fun. I am glad I put the tissue paper around to kind of just give it some oomph, because, you know, I don't know. But not my favorite, but nonetheless, still had fun doing it. Aha. So this is one of my favorites. And I think because it's the tissue paper paint combo and the stencil on the back, I don't know, there's something that happened here that I just clicked. So, zigzag. Definitely one of my favorites. I think I feel like here I got a little bit more control with the paint. It wasn't too muddied, and this is poetry. And I quoted from Ecclesiastes 9:11. I love the colors. I love the border around the quote. Again, I think I was learning to control my colors and putting them down much better than previous pages. This one, I love this one simply because of the mark making part. Yeah, this is my favorite mark making tool ever. I actually used it in my tag prompt video. You should go check that one out too. Yeah, this was fun. I used red again. This would have been a good one for the prompt red, but you know, I'm growing and evolving, as you can tell as you go through the journal. So this one was pretty fun. Aha, this one, you know, you can see where I've grown. It didn't start out too great because I added too much black, but I recovered and kind of bounced some of the colors out. And this, I love this quote. It says, well, the prompt was pictures from magazines. It says, look, it's what we do, make your impact last. And I think just, I don't know. It wasn't, I had to step away from this at first. When I was in it, I didn't like it. When I came back to it the next day, I was like, oh, no, I can see where I've grown in some things in this journey. So this one, you know, you go from success to this, and sometimes you're just like, whoa. But again, I can see where I'm still learning the color and putting down color. This was supposed to be a blob. And then the string technique. So yeah, not probably my best work, but I like the colors. I like the color combination. But I know there was another one that I didn't do. It was the tear rip one. And I have to find out where those were. That was the put on the armor of God. And that one was fun. I'm going to actually be putting that one on canvas. So that's it, guys. I really hope that you will work in your journals. Whatever it is that you're doing, you're going to have your favorite pages. You're also going to see where you've grown. and where it was just a bad art day, you know? And it's fun to look at, though, honestly. So I encourage you to challenge yourself to do it every day if you can. And I just love the chunk of this journal. I'm very proud that I did it. And I hope you enjoyed this challenge. And I always love a challenge, a good challenge. So comment down below your thoughts and ideas or whatever it is, or just say hi. Well, that's it, guys. Hope your day is well and going good. And I hope you do just create some art, guys. And I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye. Remember, wherever you are and whatever you're doing, I love you. Thank you for watching, guys. I appreciate you.